It is Monday. It is the 30th of March. It is week 13 of my half marathon training plan. It is the week of the run. The run is on Sunday, everyone. Welcome to week 13. Welcome to the week of the run. Let's get started. Like I said, week 13, I'm going to take you with me throughout the entire week. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, how I'm preparing for it. The past 12 weeks hasn't necessarily went to plan. If you've watched the content thus far, firstly, thank you if you have. And also secondly, you would have seen what I've done and what I've missed and what's went right, what's went wrong, that sort of thing. So straight up, top up, up top. The plan hasn't been as efficient or as productive as it should have been. And that's not because of the plan. The plan was good. The diversity in the runs was good. The schedule was good. What it was trying to teach me was good and give me was good. I was just either very poor at keeping to that due to, X number of reasons, pick one, or two, being quite unwell in the middle of the plan to the point where 2.5 weeks was almost written off and then all this other stuff as well. So it was still beneficial, it was still great, and I think it's prepared me for actually finishing the half, which is nice, but is finishing it as efficiently as I possibly could? No, it's not going to be the case. So we'll see how I get on. I've got at least one more run planned this week, nothing major, nothing fancy, nothing over the top, because I kind of want to keep myself fit and healthy and, avoid any potential risk of injury this week. But yeah, it's Monday, I've not done anything today, it's the start of the week, it is, a working day as well, so I've had quite a lot on. And I've got tons of other things that I need to get going and need to get doing as well. But yeah, let's just get on with it. Week 13, it's here. The run is almost here. I'm excited and I just can't wait to get going, to be honest with you. It's going to be good. So I've just been doing a bit of reading online about breaking in running shoes and how long it takes. And the general consensus is, at least with modern running shoes across both Reddit communities and that sort of thing, is that modern running shoes really shouldn't need any sort of breaking in based on how they're built and how they're made and the materials used and that sort of thing. So I'm getting the feeling that my Supernova Rise 3s might just not be for me, which is a bit unfortunate because, again, when they're on, they're comfy, they spring, or the spring in them is wonderful, the run in them is nice, it's really, really nice, and they're just gorgeous shoes in my opinion. I'm not going to write them off completely. Again, I'm going to do another one or two runs, over the next couple of days. Today's Wednesday, by the way. I've not done any run this week yet. But I'll do another minimum 5 or 6k because the both times that I ran, they've kind of started rubbing after that length of time. So I'll do at least another 5 or 6k over to tomorrow and Friday. And then I'll judge them fully by then. But yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that modern running shoes didn't really need breaking in. That just shows how little I know, and it's part of my learning journey for this for this whole thing. So here we are. Could be the end of the shoes, which is fine. But I believe Adidas are doing like a money back sort of 30-day trial period, regardless if you ran in them or not, for a select few models, and one of them is the Supernova Rise 3s, which is quite exciting. So if worst comes to worst, at least I should be able to get my money back, and I can get some different shoes that don't make my feet, or the inside of one of my feet, rub that little bit. But yeah, good to know. It's Friday the 3rd, it is 2 days before the big day, and I'm going to get my final run before the half, and a final opportunity to test the shoes. To see if they're right for me on the day. I don't think they're going to be, but this is going to be like another 5 or 6k, and I'm going to give them a good old test to see if they've settled in a little bit, but we'll see how we get on. Run finished, 5k on the nose, and it was 27 minutes 23 seconds, which I'm quite happy with in terms of pace. The most important thing though is my foot feels pretty good, which is nice. I'm not going to say it's 100% perfect, and maybe that's what I should have. Maybe I'm still being a bit naive about the fact that I've got nice new running shoes, but the past 3 or 4 runs that I've ran with these, I've ran the same route, the same distance, give or take, at roughly the same pace, give or take. And, there's not been a ton of variables there, so the fact that it's got progressively better each time, I don't know, maybe I've got orange tinted glasses on for these shoes, but at the minute I think that's a win. Regardless, I'm going to walk back the way I came as I usually do, which is another 5k. I'll wear them for a bit more today and quite a bit tomorrow, and I'll make a decision by tomorrow afternoon whether I stick with these for the run or go back to the Nikes, but I'll catch you up when that happens. But yeah, run finished, 5k done, final run before the big race, and I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, it's Saturday, it's the 4th, it is the day before the half. and I'm feeling pretty good. I've started eating quite carby meals. So I just had a really, really, really lovely smoked salmon and cream cheese bagel from Marks and Spencer's. Delightful, delicious. And then a little bit of like a sort of pastrami and sauerkraut bagel as well. Lovely Greggs sausage roll just to really top it up. And then I'm going to have a really nice sort of creamy salmon pasta dish for dinner tonight. Slightly early night, and then it's up and out early tomorrow. It was only until yesterday or the day before that I realised I don't actually have my bib or my kit or anything. And I couldn't remember if I opted for it to be delivered or to pick it up or whatever. Completely lost track. I couldn't remember where I booked it with, so it took me ages to find the actual email. Then I discovered that I need to pick it up on the day before the run, which I think is a bit hectic, to be honest with you. I don't really understand the logistics of that. So yeah, I need to get there quite a bit early. I think I'm going to get there about an hour before the run, so I'm going to try and get there about 7:45 maybe, so I can go get my bib, all that sort of thing, get it all set up on my top, and then just get a really nice warm up and done, and make sure that I know where I am and where everything is and where I need to be and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit nervous, but I'm feeling good. I've been saying this all week, and I've been saying it, the past few weeks, to be honest. I know I'll finish it. I know it will be fine. I'm not going to be able to run it non-stop. I am going to need to stop it some way, at some points along the way, which is fine. It's not a problem with that. That's absolutely fine. But I just know I'm not going to finish it as efficiently as I know that I can. Not in the infinite scale of where I am and where I could be, but just based on what I could have done over the past 3 months. I know I could have done a little bit better or a little bit more based on a number of reasons, whether it's being ill and, slightly better diet, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be finished. It's going to be a nice, test and learn. And I'm going to take away a lot from it, not just a finished race, but a lot of lessons from it as well, which is exciting. So yeah, I'm feeling good. And I'm feeling fine. Like I said in my previous clips, the run that I done yesterday, my trainers felt pretty good, so I'm just going to rock with them. I'm going to roll with them. My girlfriend's going to come and watch me as well, so I'm going to ask her to bring my other shoes just in case something really, terrible happens, and I can meet her halfway through the run or whenever I need to and get them swapped out. But I think it's going to be fine. I think I'm going to go over the line. It's going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to include the actual run in this video that you're watching. Probably not. I think I'm going to make that its own independent sort of dedicated video purely for the run, and then these vlogs are going to be the weeks leading up to the run. I'll show you tomorrow morning and what I'm doing to get prepared and leaving the house and what I'm eating for breakfast and all that sort of stuff. But the actual run itself I think will be its own dedicated video, which I think is going to be quite nice and quite fun. So yeah, feeling good. I'll show you my dinner later on tonight. I'll check in later on tonight when I'm just about to go to bed to let you know how I'm feeling at that moment, and then I'll check in the morning before the run, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it's the day before. It's actually here, and it's fun. It's exciting. Convincing myself of that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I got on tomorrow. It'll be fine. It is currently about 11 p.m. on Saturday. I need to go to bed very soon. I'm up at 6 a.m, so I can leave for roughly 7 a.m. And get there for 7:45, 8 a.m. Get my pin, my number, all that sort of stuff, and go from there. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling good. Again, like I've said many times this week, I know I'll finish it. I know it will be fine. I will cross that finish line in some capacity. It's how efficient is going to be the question. And I'm aiming for anywhere between 2 and 2:15. Any less, excellent. Any more, it doesn't matter. At least I've finished. I've ate quite carby today. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing. If you've watched this series thus far, you'll know that I don't really know what I'm doing, and the whole part of this is so I can learn how to run better and be better and be physically more fit, but also learn and understand the ins and outs of what actually makes a run. What to eat, when to eat, what not to eat, how to stretch and prepare and all that sort of stuff. So even though I'm running 21.1 kilometres or however long it is tomorrow, I still don't really know what I'm doing at the end of the day. But with all that said, what did I eat today? So I woke up this morning, I had a lovely big bowl of Cheerios, which I normally have. And then for lunch, I had, like I mentioned before, a delicious, honestly, one of the best smoked salmon and cream cheese bagels that I've ever had. And then a little bit of a pastrami and sauerkraut bagel as well. I had a sausage roll from Greggs, and I also had a ham and cheese croissant, which was nice. We then had a lovely afternoon with the family and went to the park and all that good stuff. And then when I came in, I was absolutely ravenous. Genuinely, I was ravenous. So that's when I had my ham and cheese croissant. My apologies, I had it when I came in. I also had a hot buttered crumpet, and then I also had a couple of dry crackers as well because I was starving. Then for dinner, I had the creamiest, most delicious, biggest bowl of salmon linguine pasta that I have ever had, and it was exceptional. It was wonderful. This is a meal that I had in mind the night before the run many months ago at this point, or many weeks ago and a few months ago now. So I was really happy with that. And then I just had a few other wee bits and pieces here and there. So I feel like I've had quite a carb heavy day, which is nice. And then I've got my breakfast planned for tomorrow. I've heard that you really shouldn't change your breakfast too much because your body's used to a certain thing, which is fine. So I'm going to stick with my Cheerios, my orange juice and my coffee as I normally do. But I'm going to squeeze in a peanut butter crumpet in there as well. And maybe a ham and cheese croissant, depending on how hungry I am. But I think that's going to be fine. And then on the run, I'm going to take a couple of gels. I'll take one just before the run. And then water and all that sort of stuff as well. So I'll take you with me in this video as I'm walking to the run. But if you want to see the actual run, I have decided that's going to have its own dedicated video, which will hopefully come out in the next couple of days. So yeah, if you want to see how I done in the run, that will be up in socials and that sort of stuff. I'll post that right away. But the actual video, if you want to see that, then that'll be up as soon as I possibly can get it up over the next week or so. So that'll be fun. But anyway, I need to go to bed. Well, I need to just actually get my stuff sorted, which will take 10-15 minutes. And then hopefully I can get a good 6.5 hours, 6.5 or 7 hours sleep before I get up in the morning. Again, I'll show you my breakfast very quickly. I'll have a very quick check-in and sign out on the way to the run. And then that'll be it. I'll be doing my run and I can't wait. It's going to be good. It's going to be wonderful. And, you know, I'm just going to say, I know a half marathon for a lot of people is light work. They do it every weekend. They do it however often they do it, and that's fine. This is my running Everest at the minute. Obviously, I've got bigger and loftier expectations later on down the line. I'd love to do a full marathon at some point. I'd love to do multiple marathons at some point, and that is the end goal at some point. But at the minute, you know, I looked back and it's not even been 2 years since I started my running journey. When I first started, the first videos on the channel, you can check it out, I could hardly run 500 metres and I was fucked. I was knackered. So the fact that I'm now hopefully going to complete a half marathon tomorrow, albeit with some difficulty, I'm immensely proud of myself. But anyway, I'm going to go to bed. I'll check in very briefly in the morning and off to the finish line. It's the morning of, it's breakfast time. I'm having my usual, which is just a bowl of Cheerios, lovely glass of orange juice because it is one of the best and quickest ways just to get tons of vitamins in you. And I'm going to have a crumpet with some smooth peanut butter is what I'm going to have. So yeah, this is my usual breakfast, and then this is just like a little bit extra to keep me going. So yeah, I'm feeling good. It's currently 6:40 in the AM. I'm going to leave here in about 20 minutes. Hopefully get there for 7:30ish. Probably grab a coffee. I don't want to have one now. I think it's a wee bit too early to have one, so I'll have one when I get there or in the area, which is plenty of time, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm actually not feeling too hungry, to be honest with you. I think I've done a good job at eating yesterday, which was nice, but I'm going to continue with this, and yeah, I'm just going to, you know, I need to fuel up. On the actual run, I'll show you this later on as well, I'm going to take 2 gels with me, because why not, and some water and a belt and whatever as well. I'm going to try and carry as little as I possibly can, but yeah, we'll just, you know, watching this, you probably know how these things work, but yeah, this is breakfast. It is breakfast time. I'm going to eat this breakfast at breakfast time, and we're going to go from there. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Overall, I'm feeling quite happy. I'm buzzing more than anything, but if I wasn't lying, or if I wasn't nervous, or if I said I wasn't nervous, I would be lying to you as well. got my safety pins for my thing, which is important. Anyway, breakfast time, and then it's off to the run. So I'm out, I'm on my way, I'm heading to the race. I'm going to get a coffee along the way as well, but it is a lovely day for it. It's not too sunny, it's not too warm. I think it's going to be absolutely perfect in terms of weather and conditions. I've not worn a jacket just because even though I've got a bag, I should have just put a hoodie on or something, but it's fine, I'll be alright. And by the time I'm done, I'll be far too warm for any sort of hoodie or jumper anyway. But I'm on my way. I'll show you like the sort of start line and prep area a little bit in this video, and that'll be the end of the vlog. And then if you want to see the full race, that'll be in its own dedicated video as well. But I'm on my way, blood's pumping, gonna grab a coffee, do a bit of a warm up when I get there, and hopefully run a half marathon. But anyway, feeling good. Busier than I thought, which is quite nice. Very windy, very windy, as you might have saw just there, but got my bib. I am 525. That's not my position in the race. I think you just get randomly assigned a number depending on when you actually turn up and which aisle you go to, so that's fine. But I've seen numbers as close to 3,000 and stuff, which is good turnout. A lot of busy people here. It's busy, there's a lot of people here is what I tried to say. DJ, bar area, that sort of stuff as well. So it's quite a nice vibe, quite chill, but a lot of people taking it seriously as they should be. So I've got that, dropped my bag off. I am going to do some more stretches, but I think there's like an official warm up at like 10 minutes before the race as well. And then hopefully we'll get going just about 9 o'clock, if not a little bit later, because I imagine I'll be in one of the later start pens. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy. I'm feeling quite nice and quite chill now that I'm here. I'm going to take one of my gels in like 10 minutes. And then I've got another one for about 10, 12k rounds, or maybe after my first lap. That's a good point. But anyway, I'll show you what I can when I'm running, maybe after every couple of kilometres. But so far so good. Just gonna do my warm up now, and hopefully I'm as limber as I possibly can be. But yeah, feeling quite happy.